Hello friends, welcome to our YouTube channel Basics of Physics. In our thermodynamics lecture series, today we will be discussing a principle of thermometry and various temperature scales which are using in our daily life. These are nothing but the Celsius scale, Kelvin scale, Fahrenheit scale, Romer scale and Rankine scale. Though we are not using this Romer scale and Rankine scale, but in some of the countries these scales are used. Generally in standard international unit, Kelvin scale is used and which is more accepted worldwide, but still some unconventional temperature scales are there. Those we will be discussing how to convert Celsius scale into Fahrenheit scale, how Fahrenheit is converted into Kelvin, and how Fahrenheit is also converted into the Celsius scale. All these conversions we will be discussing in the today's session. So let us start with the today's session. First of all, we'll just recap our previous lecture. In our previous lecture, we had discussed the concept of heat and temperature. There we had seen the concept of temperature and heat both are studied together in science, but these two concepts are related, but they are not like. So in short, you can say that heat is a form of energy, whereas temperature is a measure of that energy. So in order to consider if two thermal bodies are contact with each other, whether these two bodies will be in a thermal equilibrium, it is decided by the property which we call it as a temperature. So in order to check whether the given system whether the given two systems are in thermal equilibrium, we need to measure the temperature of the two systems. So there comes a factor of measuring this one, and also we know that when some body's temperature increases or decreases, means there will be an exchange of heat will be there. If the temperature of the body is increasing, then we are saying that the heat is accepted by the body, and if body is losing the heat, then temperature of the body will go down. So it is important to measure the temperature if you want to calculate how much amount of heat is exchanged between the systems, okay, or how much amount of heat is absorbed or given out by the object. In order to verify that, or in order to measure that, we need to measure the temperature. So there are different devices are used for the measurement of the temperature, and how these devices are prepared. These devices are manufactured by considering the principle of thermometry. What is the principle of thermometry? Principle of thermometry states that any property of material which changes with temperature, any property of the material which changes with the temperature can be used to indicate or measure the temperature of a body. Okay, means it may be the resistance of a material which is changing, it may be the density of the material which is changing with the temperature. If you have such a kind of parameter associated with the material, then that material can be used for the measurement of a temperature, or in order to indicate the temperature. That is nothing but the principle of thermometry. Now in order to measure the temperature, various temperature scales were proposed by the various scientists. What are those temperature scales? The first temperature scale, it is Kelvin. Then you have a Celsius scale. Then Fahrenheit scale is there, Romer scale is there, or Rankine scale is there. So these are the various scales are there for the measurement of the temperature. Depending upon the appropriate range of the temperature which we are interested, you can implement any one of these scale for the measurement of the temperature of a given object. Now in our today's session, we'll be discussing these temperature scales one by one each in detail. So let us start with the first temperature scale, Celsius. Celsius scale was introduced by the scientist Celsius in the year 1742. For proposing this Celsius scale, Celsius marked 0 as a freezing point of the water, which is 0 degree. He considered the freezing point of the water, that is ice, as a 0 degree in his scale, which he marked as a lower fixed point, and boiling point of water which he marked as an 100 degree at the upper fixed point. So he fixed 2 points, that is 0 degree Celsius, that is the freezing point of water, and 100 degrees Celsius as a boiling point of water. And these two scales, these 2 points, he divided into equal 100 parts. So 0 degree to 100 degree he made equal 100 parts, and that one single part, it was referred as a 1 degree Celsius, and the scale which he proposed, it was known as the Celsius scale. Here in this figure you can see that a lower point is a 0 degree Celsius and upper point is a 100 degree Celsius, and these two scales, the difference between the two upper and lower point, it has been divided into the 100 equal parts. So one single part, it will represent a 1 degree Celsius. So you can have 1 degree Celsius, that is equal to 100 degree minus 0 divided by the 100 equal part. So this is called as a 1 degree Celsius, and the corresponding scale is known as the Celsius. Now the next scale which was proposed by this scientist Fahrenheit, it was proposed in the year 1722. It was measured in terms of degree Fahrenheit. For the Fahrenheit scale, scientist Fahrenheit suggested this scale by taking 0 at the temperature of freezing mixture, for which he took 100 degree as the temperature of a human body. But we know that in today's world, the exact temperature of the human body is the 98.4 degree, okay, Celsius. So later on, the proposed temperature by the Fahrenheit, it was corrected to 98.4 instead of this 100 degree. So for the proposition of this Fahrenheit scale, what he did, he marked the lower fixed point for the temperature, that is 32 degree, as the melting point of the ice. So he fixed the lower point at a 32 degree as the melting point of the ice, and he considered upper fixed point as 212 degree, that is a boiling point of the water. So he considered 2 points, lower point as a 32 degree, upper point as a 212 degree. Both these temperatures he noted at a atmospheric conditions, okay, so standard atmospheric pressure it will be there, and he divided that 200 minus 32 into 180 equal parts. So this total scale, it was divided into the 180 equal part, and that single part 180 degree, that single part of that 180 part, that was considered as a Fahrenheit. So 1 Fahrenheit you can write down as it is 212 minus 32, which is divided into 180 equal part, and this is nothing but the 1 Fahrenheit. And each part of this section, which we call it as an 1 Fahrenheit, and the corresponding scale, it is known as the Fahrenheit scale. This Fahrenheit scale, it is widely used in the medical field. If you go into the medical shop, or if you go into the hospital, the doctor will measure the temperature of your body. It is generally measured in terms of a Fahrenheit scale. So here you can see the figure which is shown over here. It shows the lower fixed point, that is a 32, and upper point, it is a 212, and this whole interval, it is divided into equal 180 parts. So, and that single part is nothing but the 1 degree Fahrenheit. Now we will see how this temperature from degree Celsius to Fahrenheit it is converted. So you know now that for Celsius scale, we have a lower point at a 0 degree and upper point at a 100 degree. And therefore you can write down 1 degree is nothing but 100 minus 0 divided by 100. So 1 degree represents a 0 to 100 degree interval divided into equal 100 part. That is a 1 degree. But this is nothing but called as a Celsius scale. We had seen in the Fahrenheit scale, the lower point is the 32 degree and upper point is a 212 degree. It was divided into the 180 equal part, and that single part, that is called as the 1 degree Fahrenheit. So 1 degree Fahrenheit you can write down as 212 minus 32 divided by 180 equal parts. So from this one we can now tell 1 degree, that is nothing but 100 minus 0 divided by 100. 1 Fahrenheit, that is nothing but the 212 minus 32 divided by 180. Now in Fahrenheit degree, if you consider, uh, 1 Fahrenheit degree represents only 100 by 180, or it is, if you divide this by 100 by 180, you will get a number 5 by 9. So 1 Fahrenheit degree represents only 5 by 9 as a temperature change as 1 degree Celsius. So in order to convert from centigrade to Fahrenheit scale, we have to note that centigrade temperature, that is Tc, is the number of Celsius degree above the freezing point. So in case of a Fahrenheit scale, the freezing point is the 32 degree. So freezing point on freezing point on the centigrade scale is a 0 degree. So if you write down if you consider the relation between the Celsius and the Fahrenheit, it will be Tc divided by 100 is equal to Tf minus 32 divided by 180. So it is just Tc minus 0 divided by 100 is equal to Tf minus 32 divided by 180 degree. So this is the relation between the Celsius and the Fahrenheit. Further we can simplify this one. If I transfer this 100 from this point to this side to this side, if you transfer from this side to this side, this 100 it will multiply on this side, and if you further simplify 100 by 180, it will be nothing but the 5 by 9 into Tf minus 32 as it is. So you have a conversion relation between the degree Celsius to degree Fahrenheit, that is given by Tc is equal to 5 by 9 into Tf minus 32. If you further rearrange this equation for the Tf, you can rewrite this as an 9 by 5 into Tc plus 32. But instead of considering these equations, what I'll say, just remember the first equation, that is Tc by 100 is equal to Tf minus 32 divided by 180, because this same relation you can use for the conversion of temperature from degree Celsius to degree Fahrenheit, or degree Fahrenheit to the degree Celsius temperature. So that is the first formula which you require. Now based on the theory, we will consider some of the numericals for the conversion of temperature from degree Celsius to degree Fahrenheit and degree Fahrenheit to degree Celsius. So let us consider the first numerical, that is nothing but the convert 45 degrees Celsius into degree Fahrenheit. So we know that we have to convert now this degree Celsius into degree Fahrenheit. So it is given Tc, that is the temperature in Celsius scale, that is 45 degrees Celsius, and temperature in Fahrenheit scale we need to calculate. So all of us know the relation between the degree Celsius and the degree Fahrenheit. It is Tc divided by 100 is equal to Tf minus 32 divided by 180. Now in this one we have to convert the temperature in Fahrenheit. So I'll write down this formula for the Tf. So if I simplify this formula for Tf, I'll take Tf on one side and rest of the terms I'll transfer to the other side. The formula, it will become 9 by 5 Tc plus 32. Now I'll just substitute the value of Tc, which is 45. So it is 9 by 5 as it is 45 instead of Tc plus 32. So if I divide by this 5 to this 45, it will be 5. So it will be 9 into 9 plus 32. So 9 9s are 81. 81 plus 32, that is nothing but the 113 degree Fahrenheit. So you have to remember that this formula, if you have this kind of a problem, so you can say from this problem, a 45 degrees Celsius in a Celsius scale, it is equivalent to 113 degree Fahrenheit. Okay, so 45 degrees Celsius and 113 degree Fahrenheit represents the same temperature. Now we will consider one more problem for degree Fahrenheit to Celsius conversion. So numerical number 2, convert 68 degree Fahrenheit into degrees Celsius. So in this case, the temperature in degrees Celsius we have to calculate. So Tc is equal to question mark, and temperature in degree Fahrenheit it is given. So Tf is equal to 68 degree Fahrenheit. We know the relation between the temperature in Celsius and temperature in Fahrenheit, that is Tc divided by 100 is equal to Tf minus 32 divided by 180. Now if I rewrite this expression for Tc, so for that purpose I will transfer this 100 from this side to this side, it will get multiplied. So it is 100 into Tf minus 32 as it is divided by 180 as it is. So you have Tc is equal to 100 into, instead of Tf I'll just substitute this value of Tf, which is 68. So it is 68 minus 32 divided by 180. So if you further simplify, this will be 100 as it is, 68 minus 32 it will be 36 divided by 180. So if you simplify this one, 36 divided by 180 it will be 0.2 into 100. So that is nothing but the 20 degree Celsius. So 68 degree Fahrenheit in Celsius scale, it is nothing but the 20 degree Celsius. Now we will go ahead with the next temperature scale that was proposed by the Lord Kelvin in the year 1848. So what is this Kelvin scale? We will look into that one now. So Lord Kelvin defined an absolute temperature scale based on the Carnot cycle, which was later named after him as a Kelvin absolute temperature scale. In Kelvin scale, 0 point is minus 273.15 below that of Celsius scale, in which Celsius scale 0 point is the 0 degree Celsius. In Kelvin scale, each division is called as the Kelvin, which is represented by the symbol capital K, which is equal to the degree on the Celsius scale. So Celsius scale and the Kelvin scale agrees with each other, but they differs from the 0. Where is the 0 is located? So in this figure you can say, if you consider the Kelvin scale, it is starting from the 0 Kelvin to 373 Kelvin. If you consider the boiling point of the water, which is 100 degrees Celsius in case of a Celsius scale, the same temperature in the Kelvin scale it is the 373, and 273 Kelvin in the Kelvin scale, that is nothing but the 0 degrees Celsius in the Celsius scale. So and the 0 in the Kelvin scale, it is the 0 Kelvin, that is nothing but the minus 273 degrees Celsius in case of a Celsius scale. Now in Celsius scale, 0 degrees Celsius is the freezing point of the water. We had just seen in our earlier slides. While in the Kelvin scale, the 0 point is taken as the absolute 0. Now what is this absolute 0? Absolute 0 is nothing but the temperature at which the every kind of energy freezes, or the molecular motion freezes, which is considered as an origin of an world, which yet to be explored in the scientific literature. In Kelvin scale differs from the Celsius scale and Fahrenheit scale, as Celsius scale starts from the 0, but Kelvin scale start from the minus 273 degrees Celsius if you compare with the Celsius scale. So the difference between the Celsius scale, Fahrenheit scale and Kelvin scale is that the Kelvin scale starts from the absolute 0, that is the lowest possible temperature where there is no kinetic energy will be involved. Okay, so Kelvin scale, if you consider the mathematical relation between the Celsius scale and the Kelvin scale, you can have just the linear relationship between them. Temperature in Kelvin you can get by adding a constant number 273 in temperature in a Celsius scale. So you have a relation, that is K is equal to degree Celsius plus 273. Now based on this one, we will consider the one numerical. The numerical is convert 100 degrees Celsius in Kelvin. So we know the relation between the Kelvin and the degree Celsius is Kelvin scale is equal to degree Celsius plus 273. Now if you here we need to convert 100 degrees Celsius, so it will be 100 plus 273 it will be nothing but the 373 degree Kelvin. Now next temperature scale which is there, that is called as the Römer scale. It is also known as the octodecimal scale or octodecimal division. It is the temperature scale for which freezing and boiling point of water was considered as in 0 degree and the 80 degree respectively. So instead of 0 degree and 100 degree Celsius, which Celsius was you had used, instead of that 0 degree and 80 degree was used, and that interval was divided into 100 parts. So the relation between the temperature and the the relation between the temperature in centigrade and Römer scale, you can have Tc is equal to 5 by 4 into Tr, that is 5 by 4 times the temperature in the Römer scale, that will give you the value of the Celsius scale. So combining this with the earlier relation, you can write down the relation Tc is equal to 5 by 4 Tr is equal to 5 by 9 Tf minus 32, which is nothing but the Tf minus Tk minus 273 in the Kelvin scale. And if you want to convert Fahrenheit into the Römer scale, you have this relationship Tf is equal to 9 by 4 Tr plus 32. Now the last temperature scale is there, that is called as the Rankine scale. Rankine scale is the absolute thermodynamic temperature named after the physicist William Rankine. This Rankine temperature scale is widely used in the engineering system where heat calculations are considered. A Kelvin scale and the Rankine scale agrees with each other at 0 degree only, and the relation between the various temperature scales, it is given over here, that degree Celsius divided by 100, degree Fahrenheit minus 32 divided by 180, degree Kelvin minus 273 divided by 100, and degree Rankine minus 492 divided by 180. That's it for the today's session. I hope all you people have enjoyed the today's session. I request all you people to please like the video, and if you have any suggestions, you can write me in the comment section. If you have not subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to our channel Basics of Physics by Professor Ravi Kiran Late. That's it for the today's session. We'll stop here for today's lecture. Thank you.